Alright, ladies, if you're a woman who still believes in love, who still believes that it's possible to build a healthy relationship with a man, then this video is for you. Because I know many of you have been disappointed. You've given your time and energy to men who simply did not show up the same way. And after going through that again and again, it becomes very easy to lose hope or to start closing your heart without even realizing it. But if there's still a part of you that believes that the right relationship is possible, then today I want to help you protect that hope with wisdom. I want to teach you things about men that almost no one explains clearly so you can make better decisions in your love life. My name is Ismael Gomez and I coach women like you to attract secure relationships with men. And now pay very close attention because what you're about to learn today could save you years of pain, disappointment, and confusion. Okay? So let's begin. Number 1. Liking you versus choosing you. Here's something that most women are never told, and it costs you months, sometimes even years of your life. And that is that a man can genuinely like you and still never choose you. He can enjoy your company, he can take you on dates, introduce you to his friends, laugh with you for hours, and still wake up one day and decide that he's not ready to commit. Or worse, that you're not the one that he wants to commit to. For many men, there is a conscious distinction between I like spending time with her and I want to build a life with her. And these are two complete different conversations that he's having internally. And what's dangerous is that he can stay in the first conversation indefinitely, okay? Especially if he's comfortable and the situation is giving him everything that he wants without requiring him to decide anything. And this is where women get hurt because you assumed that continued presence meant growing commitment, and you confused his enjoyment for his pursuit. And when you operate from that assumption, you start investing more emotional energy, more of yourself into a situation that hasn't actually been defined. You're building something in your mind that doesn't yet exist in reality. So ask yourself this: is he making you feel liked? Or is he making you feel chosen? And if you feel stuck in your current situation and want help attracting commitment with the right men, as always, the link to get my help is in the pinned comment below. Number 2. You control the pace and he expands the connection. One subtle dynamic that creates strong attachment is who controls the pacing of the relationship, because in many healthy connections, the woman is usually the one who controls how fast things move, while the man is usually the one who pushes the connection forward. The man is the one who asks for more time together, he's the one who suggests the next step, and he tries to deepen the bond. And you are not the one rushing to match his pace. I cannot even tell you how many women come to me for coaching who are living in the complete reverse of this dynamic. They're the ones asking for more, they're the ones suggesting the next step, and they're the ones trying to deepen the connection and plan the future. Because when you let a man be the one asking for more time, more investment, more closeness, he begins to feel like the relationship is something that he's actively pursuing and building. But when the woman becomes the one accelerating everything, then he's the one being pulled forward rather than the one choosing to move forward. So another good question to always ask yourself is, am I allowing the connection to unfold, or am I trying to accelerate it? Because in the strongest relationships that I've studied and I witnessed, the healthiest dynamics always look like this. He's the one leaning in and you're the one responding at your own pace. Number 3, respect before falling in love with you. Women tend to fall in love through emotional connection, through deep conversations, sheer vulnerability, and feeling truly understood by someone. Men share some of that, but we work a little bit differently, okay? Before a man allows himself to attach emotionally, he's usually evaluating something else first. He's asking himself one simple question: do I admire this woman? So it's not just, is she attractive or fun to be around? It's also, does she have something about her that makes him think that she's different? Her values, the way that she carries herself, the way that she sees the world, that admiration is the door, and emotional attachment is what walks through it. This is why you can have incredible chemistry with a man in the first week or the first month and still leads nowhere. Because chemistry is not admiration. Excitement is not admiration. And what what feels like connection in the early days is simply just attraction, which is real, but it's not the same thing as a man deciding that he wants to stay with you long term. Admiration is going to build a lot slower. It's going to build through observation. He's going to be noticing how you respond when things go wrong. He's going to pay attention to whether you have a life values and a sense of self that exist completely outside of him. And all of this really matters to you, ladies, okay? Because so many of you, okay, pour so much energy into being emotionally available, warm, and connective in dating. And all of that is great. But if that warmth is not backed by a woman who clearly respects herself, has standards, and has something going on in her own life, admiration never forms. And without admiration, emotional attachment in a man rarely follows. And final, number 4, clarity is not his responsibility. If a man is confused about his feelings for you, he cannot give you clarity, not because he doesn't care, but because you cannot give someone something that you don't have yourself. And yet, so many of you stay in situationships for months, sometimes even like 5 years. And this is not patience, ladies. This is giving someone else control over your peace of mind. And here's the truth that makes many of you uncomfortable, okay? Are you ready? And that is that clarity is your responsibility, not his, okay? You are the one who has to decide what you will and will not accept. You are the one who has to observe his behavior, not his words, and make a decision based on what you actually see. And if you are in a situation where a man is uncertain, okay, you can go and check. There's a lot of videos that I have here on the channel, how to get commitment, how to get that attachment, how to really get clarity if he's really into you or not. But also something else that you can do many times is just remove yourself from the equation, okay? Just walk away. And what happens after that is up to him. And some men are going to realize that, you know, what they had with you was special and they're going to show up with clarity that they couldn't find before, and other ones won't. But either way, you will finally have the answer that you were waiting for, and you will have gotten it by respecting yourself, not by waiting for someone else to decide your worth. Alright, ladies, that's the video, and I want to end with a comment that made me smile because I know that many of you relate to it. Mio wrote, "Am I single? Yes. Am I looking for a relationship? No. Do I have a crush on someone? No. Did I watch the whole video? Yes." Alright, Mio, you just spent time learning about how men think and how healthy relationships are built on a day where you're not dating anyone and not chasing anyone. And that is not a contradiction. That is a woman who still believes that love is worth understanding. And don't be ashamed of that. Wanting a loving relationship with a man does not make any of you weak, okay? We're all human, and wanting companionship is something normal. And being smart enough to learn how to protect yourself while still keeping your heart open, that is something to be proud of. Okay, so thank you for subscribing to my channel, and remember that for your relationships to change, you need to change, okay? Have a beautiful day.